See you in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you. Hey everyone, this is Avinash back with another video. In this video, let me discuss about my workflow, how I personally use stable diffusion to get from a prompt level to get my desired image, right? So the workflow. At first, I rapidly experiment with various prompts using a small number of steps or using a sampling method that is little fast like DDIM or something, right? So using this, either I use smaller steps in Euler, A or other methods, or I use, you know, DDID. So depending upon the task I do, according to the, the requirement, I use one sampler method, but whatever I use, I just stick to the basic of just say 8 to 10 or 15 steps maximum. So using that, I'll know how my model is thinking for the kind of a prompt I give. So once I feel okay, everything is fine, the composition and everything is fine, it's just that I need more clarity. That's when I get to use this XY plot up to see the blend of differences between my sampler steps and CFG scale, because these are the most two important things to get the desired output. So guiding my future adjustments, the early approach saves a significant time. So if there is a prompt like this, imagine my final prompt is something as big as this and as detailed as this. So I would suggest, okay, if I imagine I already have a seed phase, which should be the case if you are like into a little advanced or like kind of did like work for 20-30 hours, you would have basically seed phase for all your images. You should have one seed phase for the category of images you generate, right? So that you can use that seed phase and build on top of it, which will make things a little easier. So X will be the sampling steps ranging from 50 to 100. In the square brackets, I make it into 3 so that it gets 50 to 150 steps. It divides. And then Y can be CFG scale 15 to 5 to 15, again divided by 3. So they remember, XY plot will generate a number of images equal to the product of the divisions of X and Y variables. In this case, 3 into 3 is 9, right? So yeah, so basically it will give you 9 images just like this. So I have here the first is 5 CFG, and I have 15, 50, 50, 150. So now once I figured out the optimal range, imagine out of these 6 images, if I feel, say, this one is good, which is around 10 CGF with 150 steps, I will again do the same, but here from like now, in the next case, I'll just do the XY plot again, but this time the plot will be ranging from say 10 to 15 with 150 to maybe 200 divided by 5. So once I get an optimal range from this workflow, once I get, okay, these are the steps optimally giving me most results in this case, and these are the CFG scale that is giving me optimal case, I kind of go like little below and above, and again experiment again by using the same XY plot. I hope you got it. Like, I know it's little complex to understand, but first I get the prompt right. Once I get the prompt right, I go to XY plot, get my optimal steps and CFG ratio, and sometimes I do other things also, but most of the time it's difference between sample steps and CFG, and I figure out one range of picture that I think it's a best. In this case, for me, CGF scale 10 and 150 steps is something, this particular image, the second row, the final one, I kind of like it, right? So now I got, okay, my optimal range for something like this is 150 steps because it's architectural kind of an image, and CFG scale is 10. So I now take this 10 and 150 steps and do now 150 to 200 by the scale of 10 divided by 10. So I'll get steps from 100 to 200, and CFG can be 10 to 15, something like that. So now I'll have more broader versions. Whatever I feel the best, I'll pick the same image and upscale it. As simple as that. So this is my workflow, guys. Very simple. It's a 3-step process. get your prompt right, use X and Y to generate as many images as possible, and then do it again if you want more options. Most of the time, step 2 is more than enough, but for someone like me, if I'm like super detailed oriented, I'm a details nazi, so then I'll just do this same thing again twice to get, maybe see what kind of images I can get again and again. So yeah, that's all folks for this video. So that's the workflow I do. And yeah, so great. Now, so the same thing. Now we can explore the further based on the images. If you like, for the eighth image, we can adjust the parameters for the more variations. So this PPT just explains what I said again. So now 80 to 120. Imagine you liked eighth image, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. This image. So now we can range 80 to 120 because you like something above 100, but below 150. So 80 to 120 is a good range. And then 13 to 17 because you 13 is like 2 before the scale and 7 like 2 after the scale, something like that. And you do it again, and you get something like this little more detailed version if you see here. And then that's all. So you can just rinse and repeat this till you get the best process, and then you can do a little bit of fine tuning after you get a desired image. After you know the steps and the things you got, you know now what exact CFG is getting you better results, what exact number of steps, sampler steps is getting you give results. And now it is very easier to even experiment with the prompt as well once you have these things handy. I guess that's it, folks, for this video. I guess we are almost towards the end of Stable Diffusion, or maybe this is the last video for some time. And we'll add in more and more advanced videos for the basic part or the blueprint part. This is it for this for now. See you in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you.